Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Miss Shantae back, or Sincere Heart. I know that it's been tagged on my social media pages that I've changed my name to Sincere Heart. Some of them it's still Miss Shantae. I apologize for my absence. Life can get hectic sometimes. But today's conversation or topic or video is going to be about manifesting the man that you want in your life. And the reason why I decided to talk about this is because I'm in several groups, and in those groups I've noticed that a lot of women are like, there's no good men anymore. They're not dating, they're gay, they're dating women from other cultures, they're not dating sisters. They're basically just like having fun, and sisters aren't included. In case you don't know what the sisters are that I'm talking about, this could potentially just be black women. It could be any woman, but the majority that I hear is black women. And I'm not bashing anybody, so don't feel like that. But to get into this video, I made a list of some things that I have experienced in my life, and I tweaked some things to be better. And some of the things on the list are from other people's experiences that I've witnessed or acknowledged them going through. And, you know, we sat down, we talked like women do and friends do. And, you know, we came to some solutions that actually worked. So to start off, I want to say, don't take this the wrong way. I'm only putting this video out here is because it worked. These things actually worked. So to start the list off, the first thing that I have on the list is make a list to manifest. And that's manifesting the type of man that you would like in your life, or manifesting what you would like to see in the man in your life. Because you could currently be with someone and he could be everything that you ever dreamed and desired, but you're like, he's just that one thing that I would like to, you know, better our relationship. Not him, our relationship. Make that list, and it doesn't matter if you're religious, you're spiritual, whatever the case may be. Make that list, and then you let that list manifest. Go back to that list, readdress that list, tweak some things, put some things in, take some things out. That's what you do. You'll notice that what you put in that list, you're going to start tweaking yourself to measure up to the type of man that you want. Or the type of things you want to see in the man that you have, or you want to come to you. And by that, I could go to the next thing that says, you know, manage yourself while you're preparing for the guy, that the king or the god or your knight in shining armor, your prince charming that you're manifesting. That falls right into that category. Don't just put out that you want this awesome guy and you're not doing anything with yourself to make yourself awesome. You can already feel like you're awesome, but all of us, and when I say all of us, I mean every breathing being on this planet can better themselves. You don't ever have to stay stuck in one spot. And don't be that woman that says, well, I don't need to do anything, and if he can't take me the way that I am, then he can keep on moving. Sweetheart, everybody can do better. Point blank. Period. And I don't care if you don't like it. It's the truth. That's being bitter. And petty, as they say these days. Don't expect him to do things for you that you can't do for yourself. I'm not saying that, you know, you have to be this all independent woman type of thing, and I can mow my grass, and, you know, I can fix my car and all this stuff like that. No, I'm not saying that, because independent women these days, I'm sorry, y'all may not like this, but y'all full of it. Y'all are completely full of it. In my eyes, an independent woman is a woman who can take care of herself, who's able to take care of herself. And if she has children, them too. But at the same time, she knows that she needs a king in her life. She knows that she needs a partner in life, her man. She knows that she needs that, and she wants that. And she can admit it. And she can ask for help. That's an independent person, an independent woman to me. But like I said, Don't expect him to do for you what you can't do for you. There is a such thing called Mr. Right and Mr. Perfect. That's where that manifestation list comes in. Not every man is Mr. Right. Not every man is Mr. Perfect. But there is a Mr. Right and a Mr. Perfect for you. So what his flaws may be to him, or what flaws may be to other people, those things may be great things to you. For example, and I probably shouldn't tell you this, but I just think it's cute. My husband leaves socks all over the floor. Doesn't bother me. Does not bother me. It bothers me when I put laundry up and, you know, a sock is missing because they're under the bed, they're in the bathroom, they're downstairs, wherever the case. But I think that's cute. It doesn't bother me. He doesn't like that he does that. I don't think it's cute. I don't think it's a problem. Like, it's okay. You're perfect for me. I like you the way you are. I love you the way you are. So there is a Mr. Right. There is a Mr. Perfect. Don't let people make you think that there is no Mr. Right or Mr. Perfect, because there's one just for you. Moving on. He values you, which this man you're manifesting, he's going to value you as much as you're going to value yourself. And when I say that, I mean, you know, all of us ladies, we have this strong mentality that we walk around and we say, you know, where I'm a queen, I'm a goddess, I'm a, you know, a lady, or however you want to rate yourself or put yourself up there on that pedestal. We have that, which is perfectly fine. But I want you to remember the way you love yourself, the way you carry yourself, the way you present your appearance about yourself. Everything you do for yourself, that's the type of man you're going to attract. That's the type of man, he's going to treat you that type of way. Let me go back to queen for a minute, because we all say that we're queens. Doesn't matter what culture you are. We all say that we're queens. We all say that we're goddesses. We all say that we're, you know, we're these extravagant, elegant women. Perfectly fine. However, and I hate to say this, because I'm trying to better the way I deliver my words. I can have the tendency to be a little bit too blunt sometimes. But, however, like I was saying, if you're valuing yourself as a queen, I want you to remember that there are different types of queens out there. You know, as they say, we the queen of trap. We the queen of, you know, I'm a queen bitch, or I'm a queen bee, or, you know, gothic queens. There are all types of queens. So whatever queen you represent yourself as, know that's the type of king you're going to attract. You can't be a bad bitch type of queen and attract Mr. Elegant, Charming. You can't do that. It's possible. I'm not saying it won't happen. It's possible. But know that the way you put yourself out there, that's what you're going to get back. Don't be mad at anyone but yourself. Fix that, tweak that, manage that. Moving on. Man makes the money. Money doesn't make the man. A lot of women say, I don't want no man that's working at McDonald's. He got a job. He has a job. And I guarantee you, a man with a job has a dream. Be a part of his dream. You don't realize that just because he's working at McDonald's, that doesn't mean that that's his final destination. That doesn't mean that he isn't working while he's going to school and paying for his student loans. That doesn't mean that that's his only job. That could be his side hustle. Man makes the money. Money don't make the man. That man can be a billionaire. And he could be the shittiest type of man that you would ever want to meet. Think about that. The next thing, children. A lot of women say, girl, I want me a man who's single. He got a car. He got a great career. He got a nice big old pretty house, girl. And he dressed so good. He got to be 6 feet tall with a clean cut, or he got to have a nice beard like I like the look on the Arabs. You know, we all have these ideas of what we want and what we think we need. But I need you to realize that what you think you want and you think you need may not be what's best for you. And the reason why I brought up children is because a lot of us want men without children, which in this day and age is almost impossible. Now, some of us get blessed to have a man, or manifest a man that doesn't have children. But remember this. He doesn't have children, so he doesn't know a parent's struggle. There are some men out there who don't have children, and they do know a parent's struggle because they've taken care of someone else's child or children, or they've been a big brother or an uncle or something to a child. So there are some that do know that. But again, there are also some men who don't know what a parent's struggle is. Now, I know a lot of y'all like, oh, I don't struggle. You know, I take care of mine. Yes, you do. But a man needs to know that struggle too. You have to put yourself with someone who has stripes and scars and can deal with some of that stuff, because some of them can't deal with it. Some of them don't want children. Some of them don't like children. Some of them are like, I have children, good. Don't have children, even better. Think about that. And another reason why I say that is because sometimes we don't realize that, you know, well, we want this man who doesn't have children, and we get that man who doesn't have children. He calls, hey, what you doing? Nothing. Just relaxing. Come on, let's go out on a date. What about them kids? You need a babysitter. Like that. He may forget about that. But then you have a man who remembers that and it's like, hey, why don't you ask so-and-so to watch the kids and I'll pay for them. That happens too. But the reason why I brought those children up is, like I said, because you can't expect a man who doesn't have children to understand your struggle or to know your struggle. That can sometimes be the reason that relationships end. So think about that. When you got girls, they are soon going to have, you know, puberty, PMS. Boys have puberty. You know, that you have to experience all of that. Being up with a sick child at night, missing work for a sick child, having to schedule to have a babysitter, and making sure that everything is taken care of before you go on a trip or out on a date or on vacation or whatever the case may be. These are things you have to think about because not all men remember that. And then when you want these bachelor type of men, bachelor type of behavior comes along with that. So remember that as well. Moving on. When you get your man that you've manifested, please don't suffocate him. Please give him some space. Please let him be a man. Please allow him to make mistakes. And I know y'all probably like, this itch crazy. Sorry, it's the truth. Everyone makes mistakes. I'm not saying that you have to allow him to treat you bad. Not saying that at all. All I'm saying is, if that man knows that it's okay for him to make a mistake and you guys are going to work through it and talk about it, and he betters himself from that, he will feel more comfortable coming to you and saying, you know what, I made a mistake. He won't lie to you. You'll gain more of his trust, just like he'll gain more of your trust. There's a communication in that. There's a growth in that, not just for him, but for you, for both of you together. Allow him to make mistakes. And after you allow him to make those mistakes, you guys talk about those things. And in the process of him making those mistakes, remember why you fell in love with him in the first place. I was just talking about this on the Finding Me group page last night on Facebook. I chose to keep the very first poem that my husband ever wrote me. It's actually my screensaver or my background picture, whatever you want to call it. But I keep that. And the reason why I keep that on my phone as that is because your man can piss you off at any given moment. It can happen. And at times you're going to be like, you know, I hate you. I can't stand you. Get the hell away from me. I don't want to be with you. That's normal. That's fine. But remember why you fell in love with him in the first place. Always remember that. Even in the heat of the moment, have your emotions, express them, get them out, walk away, calm down, and remember why you guys fell in love in the first place. And another thing, when you get your man, don't tell him all your bad stuff from your past. He don't want to know that. Not in the very beginning. He wants to know you, what you like, what you don't like, your hobbies, your favorite color, how you like to wear your hair, what type of clothes you like. You know, he wants to know you. He wants to know what makes you so great, so special, so unique. He wants to know what makes you his queen, his goddess, his, you know, gorgeous woman, his pride and joy. He wants to know what's going to make you that for him. What else? You treat him like a king, he'll treat you like a queen. I don't even need to explain that. That's just what it is. If you treat him the way he needs and deserves and wants to be treated, he's going to automatically treat you the way you need, deserve, and want to be treated. Again, you get in what you put out. That's the truth of that. Female friends and family members and all of those, keep them out your business. I wouldn't call my best friend that's single, has a bunch of different guys, or has been with a bunch of different guys. I wouldn't call her and talk to her about an issue that I had with my husband or my boyfriend or my fiance or my anything in my male and female relationship. I wouldn't do that. And the reason why I wouldn't do that, even with your family members, is because you're going to forgive him at some point. They aren't. And they're going to feed off of emotions. They're going to feed off your emotions. So if he did something that hurts you, they're going to feed off of that. You hurt her. You don't understand how bad you hurt her, when in actuality he does, because he's the one that did it. Duh. If you're angry with him, they're going to always be angry with him. Please don't involve other people into your relationship. I know that, you know, being in a relationship, sometimes you need advice and you need the opinion of others to see whether or not what you did was right or wrong, or what happened was good or bad, or whatever the case may be. That's perfectly fine. I understand that. But those are people that you have to know that have your best interest at heart. They have your best interest for your relationship at heart, which means they know that you're happy with him, but they also know that there are going to be bumps in the road along the way. Hell, it may be a big pothole in the road along the way. But those are the people that you talk to. You don't just talk to anyone about your relationship. It can be the death of your relationship, and that shouldn't be what happens. And you shouldn't allow that. You shouldn't allow other people to determine what goes on and how you solve problems or issues that may arise in your relationship. So, something else that I learned yesterday, I asked, because we have what we call Tantrum Tuesdays for men and Tantrum Thursdays for women. And, you know, basically what it is we vent and we get all of these frustrations out. And one of the questions that was asked, I can't even remember if I asked it, but one of the questions that was asked is, what can a man do? Or what can a woman do to better herself? Or what is it that men want from a woman for her to understand him better? And their key word, I kid you not, every single man that responded to that question said, listen and pay attention. That means, ladies, shut up. Shut up. Like, just shut up sometimes and listen to him. Let him talk. And pay attention to what he's saying. Pay attention to him. He needs love, affection, attention. He needs listening ears. He needs a shoulder. He needs those things. And they voiced that they need those things. With that being said, I want to make one more comment, and then I'm going to end this because I'm at the 20-minute mark, and I apologize. But this is like a huge thing for me, because there's so many women who are saying that they can't find a good man, and they can't, you know, every time I get a man, you know, something always happens. Either I push him away, or, you know, he walks away. And most of the time, it's because of us. It's because of what we do. We nag, and we don't even realize that we're nagging. We can be a bitch, and we're not realizing that we're being a bitch. So address yourself. And yes, I'm going to talk to the men, but today I'm talking to women. Don't view being submissive as a bad thing. Being submissive to your man means you're allowing him to be a man. It means that you're not going to challenge every single thing that he says. If he says, here, put this dress on, comb your hair, let's go. Shut your butt up, put that dress on, comb your hair, and go. I have an issue with doing that myself. Well, how do you want my hair? Or do you want me to wear makeup? Shut up, put the dress on, comb your hair, let's go. That's what he said. So just do that and shut up. It's plain and it's simple. And to us, it's hard because we're like, oh my God, what are we doing? What are we going? I want to make sure this, I want to make sure that. We go into this freak panic mode. Shut up and listen. Just do it. Shut up and listen. Let him be the man. Let him take the lead. And when I say lead, that doesn't mean that he's in front and you're behind. No, you walk together. Or you can walk just a little bit behind him. That way he sees what's coming toward you in the front and you got what's coming on the side. But he also has what's coming on the side. But you in enough room that when he swing, you're not going to get hit. Plain and simple. Being submissive is a great thing for you and your husband. I guarantee you. Let me shut up because I'm being long-winded. I love you guys. And there's going to be another video coming soon. I apologize for my absence. Check me out on Twitter at Finding Me As Love. You can check me out on Instagram at Finding Me As Love as well. Just remember that the E's on Twitter and Instagram are actually 3s because somebody had my tag name. You can find me on Google Plus, Finding Me, or under Miss Shantae. YouTube, of course, is Miss Shantae. On Facebook, you can find me in the group Finding Me. I don't normally take friend invites on my main page, which is now tagged as Sincere Heart. I'm on Periscope. Where else am I? Tumblr. I'm on Tumblr as well. Finding Me. You can find me. I promise you, you can find me. I love you guys, and you guys have a great one.